I was born and raised in Memphis. And, our big hometown hero, of course, was Elvis. He was in our midst at all times. I mean, every other weekend, we would drive past Graceland going out to visit my cousins. And it was always like filled with anticipation. Are the gates going to be open? And sometimes we'd even see him up there riding horses. It was really nothing to see him out on the McKellar Lake, water skiing. And one time my mother even said that she thought he was over there with Anne Margaret. And, that was just an incredible time. And actually, my parents were automobile upholsterers too. And they actually upholstered and designed Elvis's first bus, of which my sister Judy and I got to camp out in. We ate all his ice cubes. We thought we were so cool. And so, like I said, Elvis was in our midst at all times. But, by the time Elvis passed away, I was already living here in Nashville. And I guess after he died, they opened up the mansion for tours. I just didn't feel like I wanted to go into his home. It felt kind of, I just didn't ever do it. Something inside me just wouldn't let me do it. But a couple of Christmases ago, I got asked to do a show at Graceland. It was a private corporate event, and they have a stage across the street from Graceland, and that's where I performed. But they rented the estate for the whole evening, so we got to be in there all night. Well, the moment that I stepped through the door, it's like I felt this spirit just envelop me, and it was pretty mesmerizing. I'd seen all the pictures of Graceland. I knew what it looked like, and I was expecting to tour Graceland, but I didn't know that it was going to move me the way that it really did. And like I said, the spirit enveloped me, and every room that I walked through, the spirit just got stronger and stronger. And it was so poignant too, because you can see Elvis. Imagine, you can just practically see him having fun and laughing with his friends, and then you can feel the sadness too of the tragic loss of losing him at such an early age. I do a lot of stuff these days with George Klein on Sirius XM radio. We talk about that a lot. He was Elvis's best friend. He says he misses him every day. But anyway, that night after we left Graceland, my husband Raymond and I got in the car, and we were headed back to Nashville. And all the way back to Nashville, I still had that feeling. It was just kind of hanging on to me. And I just kept saying, that was so amazing. That's the one word that just kept popping in my mind. And finally, it came to me, amazing Graceland. So I couldn't wait to get home. And as soon as I put my hand on that back door, I went straight to my piano. And it was just like the heavens opened up, and I started pouring my heart out. And the only thing I didn't really, it's not one of those songs that, you think about. It was just pouring out. But the only thought that I really did have, that I recall having while writing this song, was I really just want this song to be something that I feel is, big enough to encompass the enormous, wonderful spirit and person that Elvis was. Not even as the iconic, entertainer, king of rock and roll that he was, but really the genuine, compassionate, wonderful person that Elvis was. And that's incredible.